Hello friends, ever since I launched my YouTube channel, I have been getting a lot of queries related to maintenance. People want me to have videos on maintenance. So basically all the queries can be clubbed in three different heads. One is how maintenance is calculated. Second is what are the provisions of maintenance. And third is there a way a man can avoid maintenance if a woman is not working and earning sufficient. So I'll take the third part in the first video. I like to talk today about the women who are not entitled to maintenance even whether they are earning or they are not earning. That thing not being any consideration, but these kind of women or the series of women I'll talk about, they are not entitled to any maintenance from any criminal code. So basically, as we know that there are two provisions of maintenance, one is in civil code, the other is in criminal code. So and prior to that, let us discuss or let us understand what kind of women are entitled to maintenance. Number one, women should be married women. Second is that she should have valid reason to stay away from the husband. The husband should not have made any provisions or adequate provisions for her maintenance. The rights of the maintenance terminate on marriage, and there are always scope that the maintenance award can be revised or rescinded if there is any change in circumstances. So now coming to a class of women who are not entitled to maintenance. First is the women who are staying in adultery. So as we know that adultery is remains one of the matrimonial crimes, despite Supreme Court having struck down adultery as a criminal offence. So if a woman is staying with another man, she is not entitled to maintenance, and it is as per section 125 subsection 4, which says that no wife shall be entitled to any allowance from her husband under this section if she is living in adultery. So this is one of the basic grounds. Now comes the question, if the woman is not living in adultery but is adulterous, in that case what will happen? Whether she will get maintenance or she will not get maintenance? The jury is out on that. Unfortunately, the criminal court can only restrict maintenance if the woman is living in adultery, but as we know that judges are also human beings. So if there is a sufficient proof which comes on board that a woman is adulterous, I have generally seen that limited maintenance is granted to such women. The second class of women, which is an extension of living in adultery, is a woman who has contracted the second marriage. So essentially what it means, even without divorce, if a woman has contracted the second marriage, the man is not entitled to pay her any maintenance because the next husband will have to take care of that woman as a wife. Another is a woman who has willfully refused to live with the husband without any valid reason. Now valid reasons which woman says that she was harassed for dowry, she was beaten, she was not treated well, the man was adulterous, man was this, man was that. But if she is not able to establish any of these reasons of staying away from a man, she is not entitled to any maintenance from her court. Coming to next is that a woman against whom a decree of restitution has been passed. RCR, I am not very big fan of RCR or Section 9 of Hindu Marriage Act. I always say that it is a waste of a case and one should not file it. But still there is one benefit which comes out of RCR. If there is a decree in the favor of husband and against the wife is not entitled to get any maintenance from the husband. Now comes another, in criminal court, what is that a civil court decree is binding on a criminal court. So a woman whose maintenance has been cancelled by a competent civil court, she is also not entitled to have any maintenance. So if per se that in section 24 or 25 her maintenance has been cancelled, she is not entitled to get any maintenance in section CRPC 125. Or even if a higher court has cancelled the maintenance, then she is not entitled to get any maintenance under CRPC 125. Another class of women is that when the woman and the man is staying away by way of mutual agreement, or a woman who has already foregone any maintenance. So these are two similar kind of arrangements where a man and woman say they have decided that they will not stay with each other on a mutual consent, and the woman says that she doesn't want any money, so she cannot go back at a later date and seek maintenance. Of course, this agreement should be binding agreement, and the mutual consent has to be established in the court. Now comes a very big factor where the fault of the woman is established and divorce is granted against her. Now, till section 25 of Hindu Maintenance Act and all the acts, matrimonial acts, say that at the time of permanent alimony, the conduct of the parties is a very important factor. There has been instances where the courts have not granted any maintenance or have granted limited maintenance to a woman who is at fault in any matrimonial wrong. I have seen the objection to this is that people say that Supreme Court or this High Court and that High Court has granted so much alimony to that particular woman. Now, we have to see facts and circumstances of those particular cases. In those particular cases, which are media highlighted cases, the earnings of the man is much higher than woman, and what she has been given, even if she has been given a house, the worth of the house is nothing compared to the total assets of the man. So similarly, if she has been granted a car and a maid allowance, this is nothing or a pittance for the husband to grant that kind of maintenance. I hope that everybody liked this video. So I'll keep on posting videos on the issues which you want me to make videos on, and definitely most of the content is available on my website www.shonikapoor.com. If you have liked this video, please share it to the maximum and like my channel. Thank you very much.